Right now, we are being live streamed on YouTube. All right. Okay. Right now, we are being live streamed on YouTube.
Yeah, there's going to be a latency. You might just want to
I turned that one off.
Yeah, just mute it.
And then, I should have just did that. Yeah. Hold on. I hope I didn't just close it out.
No, it's still streaming. It says it in the corner.
You see? Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
And then if people are watching this, forgive us, man. This is not part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
This is, okay, I see that. All right, good. And then oh, you know
Dan Cohen, are you related to Cohen and Cohen?
Like the Cohen brothers?
Yeah.
Nah, there's so many of us.
You know what? I'm gonna stop it because it's making me choose between YouTube and Facebook. Do we want Facebook or do we want YouTube?
I think YouTube is maybe better because we do more Twitter, I think.
Okay.
Well, I guess it depends. I mean, if the idea is what platforms are we trying to share? Like, where do we have the biggest platforms?
Where do you have the most followers, Dada?
And more on IG and honestly Twitter.
So can you post the YouTube link?
I say YouTube would probably be the best because you can just post a link, and even if people they're not on the live, they can actually look back at it no matter what.
Let me put the link to the video in the chat. All right. And then, okay, I got it. And then I guess you guys can go ahead and share. All right, perfect. Okay, Dan, do you have any images? I should have asked you this before, right? Or links. I'm gonna make you a co-host in case you want to share any images or pull up any websites while you're talking.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, we could show the trailer for the documentary or something like that.
Okay, yeah, great idea. Okay, yeah, let's do the introductions and then we'll start with the trailer. Let me know when you guys have all shared it.
Yeah.
Josué, on va partager link là?
Will?
Okay.
You sent it via what on this platform?
Yeah, on Zoom chat. You want me to send it to you on WhatsApp?
No, I got it. Okay. I got it. Right.
Dan, I love your background, man. How do you do that, man? Should I?
It's just a TV. No, it's all good. Nothing magic. It's a TV. I bought like a 70-inch TV. I got hung up on the. Yeah, behind me, and then a friend of mine made the graphic for me.
That's a very expensive way to have a background, but I love it.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do. I mean, but yeah, it cost me a pretty penny.
Well, you can do the Washington background too sometimes when you want.
I can put whatever I want on there. Yeah. I could put Kim's giant face behind me like he's eating me or something.
That might give you some credibility. All right. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Amazo, you good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Thank you. All right, so for those of you who are joining us now or joining us later, thank you for giving us your attention. This is a real big issue we're trying to address here, how to stop the U.S. invasion of Haiti. Now, invasions are definitely not a word that you're going to see in the mainstream media, but that's why we have these guys. We have Kim Ives and Dan Cohen and Josué as well, who are veterans, seasoned veterans of reporting on affairs happening in Haiti. And we're also joined by David's just Black Data, the Black Data, right? Of the Amazon, tatted on my chest, Amazon. So we have a really good group of people here. We're going to let them do their own introductions. I happen to be Antoine Dumas. I'm an attorney in South Florida. I'm friends with everybody here, I guess. And, you know, just very interested. I am one of those people who have always dreamed of being able to do things in Haiti, do things to help Haiti, but not really knowing how. And, you know, almost by all the misinformation that comes out of that place, I end up doing nothing because I don't want to support the wrong side, and then find out later that, you know, I've been duped. And, you know, if it wasn't for journalists like yourselves, I don't think I would have even a coherent perspective on what's going on over there. So I'm asking, you know, for my own edification, but also I know there's so many people out there like me who also need this information. So definitely looking forward to having this conversation on what we can do to, you know, to stop what's going on in Haiti, as far as the U.S. intervention or invasion, however you want to call it. But I do want to say, you know, so it's completely, you know, transparent. One of the purposes for this conversation right now is to raise money for these brothers, Kim and Dan, who do plan on going to Haiti soon, and, you know, have some ideas in mind for, I'll let them elaborate on what they're going to do over there. But basically, they've been doing some real on the ground reporting, and they need us, you know, and we need them. So I'm hoping to raise awareness of what's going on out there, but also want to help these brothers raise some money. So hopefully when they're giving their introductions, they can tell you where to go online and donate. And I'll make sure that in some, you know, post-production later on, I'll put that on the screen. All right, so let's get to it. Dan, you want to start with you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, like you said, Antoine, well, I mean, I've had the good fortune to work with Kim these last couple of years. Kim has been working in Haiti for many years, since before I was born. And myself, I've been in journalism for about a decade, on a number of issues. And I got involved in journalism on Haiti right after the assassination of the president, Jovenel Moise, in 2021, when I interviewed Kim, who I'd known from my other work I'd done. And from there, he kind of, you know, explained to me the backdrop of the assassination, what was happening, the armed conflict going on in the slums. And that piqued my interest because I just saw there were very few journalists going down to Haiti to actually see what was happening. And with something as enormous of a political event as the assassination of a president, which remains unsolved to this day, and there is very little interest from the political sector in actually solving who were the intellectual authors of the assassination, I thought it was important. So we went down there, and we ended up filmed what would become a documentary. It's called Another Vision: Inside Haiti's Uprising. And it's a 3-part documentary that looks at basically the key figure in, I think, one of the key figures, I should say, and arguably the key figure, Jimmy Cherizier, alias Barbecue, who is much maligned in the media, in Haiti, and then even more maybe in the United States. And so, you know, if you read anything in the news, you read about how he's a killer and a demon and likes to burn people alive. And we found something very different. We found that reality was something completely different. And so that was kind of what we were seeking to investigate. Who is this guy, Jimmy Cherizier? What is his group, the G9? Is it a criminal group, as they say in the media? Is it something else? Is it a neighborhood self-defense group that he leads, or federation of groups? And you know, we found what we show in our documentary in one of the episodes, for example, is a massacre in his Lower Delma neighborhoods that was never reported on, that the human rights groups ignored and refused to even touch, but we investigated. And so basically what we found is there's an enormous disinformation campaign coming funded by the United States government to sort of phony human rights figures in Haiti that are really political operatives. And it's all about sustaining the sort of status quo of maximum exploitation and poverty for the masses and incredible wealth for a select tiny few in the political class. So maybe would you I guess I'll let Kim. So we have the trailer for the documentary we can show, I guess, and so we've continued reporting since then. We've made, I think, 3 trips to Haiti. Will this be the 4th that I've made? And we're intending to go soon, as the United States is seeking the UN Security Council to bless an invasion of Haiti. And a lot of people are calling it an intervention, but the thing is, it's not really an intervention, because the Haitian people themselves have not asked for it as a sovereign nation, as a sovereign country. You have Ariel Henry, the de facto prime minister, who asked for it, but he was never put to a vote. He was never elected. He was merely anointed by the United States. So you have someone who was put in by the United States, who is really a tool of the United States, asking the United States to send in military forces. It's basically, as if I were talking to a puppet on my hand. That's the sort of relationship. So that's what we're really trying to focus on, is trying to shed light on the situation in order to preempt a possible invasion, and hopefully to shed enough light on this subject that people can understand, and there will be a rejection of an invasion in the highest political levels. So maybe
that's excellent, and we'll show your clip when everyone gets a chance to introduce themselves. But real quick, just to follow up, so knowledge is power. We get that. It's cliche, it's axiomatic, right? But in this instance, how does making people aware, like, connect the dots for us? How does making people aware of what's happening actually have any bearing on what's going on, or if they're just going to do it anyway?
Well, I think, right now the United States is shepherding around a Kenyan reconnaissance mission around Port-au-Prince to basically determine what size and what capability a militarized force would need in order to combat the so-called gangs. And the principal target is not Izo, the kidnapper Izo. It's not Tilapli. It's not the criminals. It's the G9. It's barbecue. And so the anti-crime federation. And so the whole so this decision will be brought, what they find will be brought to the United Nations Security Council next week after their visit. And the United States will make its argument. It will propose a resolution to send in an armed force composed primarily of Kenyans, of Kenyan police, and with military trainers, U.S. military trainers. So the U.S. is really leading the mission, but leading from behind, because it does not want the image of a U.S. mission. And so the actors involved in this vote, it will be put to a vote in which the permanent members of the Security Council, that's the United States, Russia, China, France, and the UK, will vote on authorizing a mission. And those countries, those diplomats are going to be looking at what the reaction is inside Haiti. Are there mass demonstrations against an intervention? Do people want an intervention? Do they not want an intervention or an invasion? What do the people of Haiti actually want? And they're also going to be looking at what's happening in the streets of the United States. Are there demonstrations against this? So the more people understand what reality is, what's going on around them, they can actually, this is one of those rare cases, I mean, honestly, where speaking up, making your voice heard, going out and participating in a protest can actually have a very real impact. And we are in a very important moment in history, in Haitian history, in world history, that I mean, it can just have an enormous impact whichever way this goes. So I mean, it's certainly cliche to say knowledge is power, but it's absolutely true. And I think this moment is a demonstration that it's a cliche for a reason, because it's true.
That's perfect. Kim, I feel like you're going to have a lot to say to follow that up. So I want to quickly get in Josue and Dada so they can introduce themselves. Josue, can you tell us about who you are, what you do, why you wanted to be a part of this conversation?
So, son plaisir pour moi pour là et j'aime te dire non et anglais a pas trop c'est là que me comprendre mais intervention mieux la plus en créole et me comprendre tout ça que dit yo et moi c'est Josué Lexidor et moi a profession journalisme depuis 2015. Moi j'étais journaliste dans Radio Télé Signal d'abord, côté m'étais représenté média ça et au sein du Parlement, j'étais accrédité dans le Parlement pour média ça et puis en 2018, nous venons rejoindre l'émission Matin Débat qui passait sur chaîne 4 Radio Éclair et Radio Télé Éclair qui est disponible sur YouTube tout, un show qui est très prisé, qui est très répandu notamment dans la diaspora et haïtienne à travers le monde, tout côté gain haïtien, et ben, il y a autant de matins débat. Et ben, là, moi, gain sur une nouvelle plateforme qui c'est République avec une émission qui est les points rouges que nous à peine démarré, qui sous environ 2 ou 3 mois là, depuis nous frappé. Et donc, moi, et à suivre et participer dans tout ça qui concerne les pays. Hein. Et c'est une raison qui fait les Black Dada invité à participer dans un meeting ça. Je trouvé c'est une bonne idée parce que c'est Haïti qui devant tout sujet je suis attendé de là qui moi qui maîtrisais parfaitement et politique là en Haïti. Et comme Jean le dit, là, il gagné un bon temps là depuis la couvrir des événements en Haïti, la suivre la politique en Haïti et lui montrer par rapport avec l'introduction, par rapport avec ça, je dis là que lui comprendre politique ça qu'a fait en Haïti là et une chose qui est très important que Denso dit là, c'est que quoi li important pour ça li fait parce que communauté internationale là il y a toujours gagné une version de la politique haïtienne, c'est la version officielle côté que c'est ça qui sorti de la part de autorités gouvernementales. C'est ça yo vle a yo dit ça yo souhaité que communauté internationale la connaît de Haïti, ça yo souhaité que yo vend dans ce li yo vend mais réalité yo pas jamais peine ni gens lié à réalité et ce que moi den fait lui-même et il comprendre tout et parce que le plus souvent sortant de dans médias international yo généralement c'est ça autorité yo fait et yo vend et comme tu m'as dit Jean Bagalan hier c'est la comme ça yo dit vrai. Donc, réalité est nettement différente de ça qu'a dit. C'est pour ça moi trouver genre d'initiative ça yo, genre de plateforme ça yo, genre de parler ça yo, de meeting ça yo, genre y a fait là, c'est très important pour une tension qui sortit gagner la réalité et gens liés à un pays à li et bien capable de sortir. Donc c'est un plaisir pour moi avec nous aujourd'hui pour capable échanger et participer ensemble.
Man, that's very well said. So just a brief recap. So basically, it's true. Dan hit the nail on the head. That oftentimes the international news media might have one version of the story, of the facts, of the narrative, but in reality, they're trying to sell something. They have an agenda, and if it's not for journalists or opportunities like this, people won't know what's really going on. So there's two sides to every story. Josue has a background in journalism. I think he said he's a professor over in Haiti. He worked for all, levels of society. And now he's doing some work on YouTube, and hopefully he can share where people can find and support and watch his content as well. So thank you for being with us, Josue. Dada.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? Of course, I am a servant of my country. Of course, I'm a musician for the past 20 some odd years, and I represent my country to the fullest. As you can see, it wasn't even by design. I just, I'm wearing a shirt that represents my country because that's who I am. I was born in the country, so I've been in the country. As far as the politics of Haiti, it's just so broad. Coming from a gem at such a place like Haiti, for it to be in the position that it is right now, it's unsettling. And of course, there are people like me, and I'm gonna say this, where I'm the guy that sit back and watches and pays attention to body movements and things that people say, how they speak, and I gain my knowledge and understanding from what I see happening, transpiring around me, and it just sucks that and with this conversation here, I realized that there's this one little gem that sits in the Caribbean that is in a tug of war for a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? But in the position of being in that little ball in the middle of the tug of war, it's being stripped away strand by strand of resources, of human decency, of as much as some people may say they don't want to touch anything with Haiti because they're quote unquote afraid of things happening or being under fire for stepping in or whatever it is. So they allow us to actually fall deeper into our own crap. So with that being said, how can the world see this and not do nothing? Technically, there has to be strings hanging somewhere. And we need to know where those strings are and where they're coming from, just to have an idea to actually, you know what I'm saying, create a movement. Now, Dan said something earlier that made me realize, like, sometimes you have to ask questions. You have to defeat the odds to get somewhere and uncover the truth. And the worst part about where Haiti is right now, if we just wiped away all the issues and gave them liberty in the whole 9 yards, I'm speaking for myself, we probably wouldn't be able to handle it because we've been in bondage for so long. So it's going to take a small movement of realistic journalism to put out actual news and factual things that will show the truth behind every action in Haiti. And Haiti is very dear to me, especially being raised down here in South Florida. And we go through a lot, but I appreciate anybody who puts their best foot forward for my nationality and my country, even those who are not from Haiti. And I appreciate you guys for doing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there's plenty of Haitians, who, they say not all skin folk or kinfolk, right? There's plenty of people in Haiti who are out here, just jacking the country up, who share our blood, who we don't identify with, compared to, guys like Kim and Dan, who are literally risking their lives and their livelihoods to support what's going on over there. So absolutely, totally agree with you. So Kim, the floor is yours, man. Talk to us.
Okay. I am part of a Haitian media called Haiti Liberté, founded in 2007. And previous to that, I worked from 1983 through 2006 at Haiti Progrès, which was another radical weekly. In a way, Haiti Liberté is the child of Haiti Progrès. Most of the writers and staff of Haiti Liberté came from Haiti Progrès, which was its tagline when it was formed in '83 was Le Journal qui offre une alternative. What was the alternative? It was the alternative to a kind of an individualized view of history. At that time, it was the Duvalier dictatorship. And there was one weekly called Haiti Observateur. And their whole thing was, we get rid of Jean-Claude, we get rid of Duvalier, everything's solved. And our founder, Ben Dupuy, said, no, it's much more complicated than that. It's fundamentally a system. We're fighting a world system, and Haiti has been fighting it since its founding in 1804. And so we're trying to find an alternative to that system, not just to Duvalier, because after Duvalier will come another Duvalier and another one. And sure enough, that was true. After Duvalier fell, they put in place the neo-Duvalierist junta, the CNG. They carried out a lot of massacres. But finally, after 4 years of struggle, the people overcame him and they elected Jean-Bertrand Aristide. And that was the beginning of a movement, not just in Haiti, but in Latin America. The pink tide began in Haiti with the election of Jean-Bertrand Aristide. And that's when Hugo Chavez, Evo Morales, Rafael Correa, Lula da Silva, all the leaders of the pink tide in Latin America said, wow, the Haitians are showing the way, just the way they did in 1804. And Bolivar followed their example. So Haitians are always leading the way. So you see two white guys sitting here, Dan and Kim. We fundamentally are working on behalf of Haitians at Haiti Liberté. They've commissioned us, and we are speaking to you today in English on this platform. But we are fundamentally trying to fight a machine, what Aristide used to call the laboratoire, the laboratory, which has learned, as anybody who's ever been involved in any military activity knows, the advantage is always to the side taking the initiative, that is on the attack. And the laboratory is very intelligent. They always try to have the initiative. They come with a narrative, they pose the narrative. Haiti is infested with gangs. Their whole problem is gangs. It's a creation that they've come with. It's not to say there are not criminal groups functioning in Haiti, but as I said to the UN in last December, they tried to take good guys and bad guys and put them all in one sack called the gangs, which is to justify their intervention, because fundamentally they need to control Haiti. It is the linchpin in the Caribbean that is in the middle of Cuba and Dominican Republic, both very, very strategically important, and they are part of that belt. Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Those four nations are key to US control of the Caribbean. Haiti is really the biggest rebellion point, apart from Cuba, of course, which has made its revolution and is still resisting. But Haiti has always been the rebel nation and the one that leads the way. So what we're trying to do is push back against what the laboratory's narrative is and to say, no, you are simply trying to justify your intervention. As Josue said, they're trying to create a rationale for what they are doing. And so our work, and people read less these days, as we know. They're on their phone, they're watching their social media feed, et cetera. So we saw that doing a film was really the best way to reach a massive audience. And Dan is just a spectacular filmmaker. He's done a lot. I've worked on film too, but Dan has really mastered the new technologies to make films on a rapid basis. And so our partnership with him, or his joining our team, has been a godsend. And having you guys talk with us is also really going to be helpful, I hope.
Great. I have two follow-up questions, one quickly and one a little bit longer. But Dan, while I'm asking him that, if you want to get that clip ready, that would be excellent. So Kim, so first of all, let's get this out of the way. Where can people donate to support your mission to Haiti?
Well, I think that there are tax-exempt avenues. One is the People's Rights Fund, which is a tax-exempt avenue that we have, but contributing to either Haiti Liberté, which is based in Brooklyn, New York, and we can be reached through our number there, which is on the website and on our journal
Kim,
every week, or through
let me interrupt
Uncaptured. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's for I think people look for something like really easy. There's like buy me a coffee, like my buy me a coffee for my outlet, which anything we receive is just going to go to our work between me and Kim. So mine is what I think buymeacoffee.com/uncaptured. Uncaptured Media is my outlet. That's what the alphabet soup behind me is. So that's my outlet I founded, and to work with Haiti Liberté, among other things. So you can donate on Buy Me a Coffee. I mean, I have Venmo, I have Stripe. So I think that I also have Patreon. There's patreon.com/uncaptured. So on my Twitter handle, Dan Cohen @DanCohen3000, you can find all of these things. So there's no shortage of ways to donate. Sorry to interrupt.
So on the post editing, then I'll just get those links from you and add that. Perfect. So buymeacoffee.com/uncaptured for now. Should be good. So then, Kim, while Dan is getting that clip ready, you taught me 3 things just now that I did not know. I was aware of Bolivar and his reliance on Haiti and inspiration from Haiti with that Latin American revolution that happened in the early 1800s. I know that, it's where many of their flags derive their colors from, and it's a point of pride. What I did not know, and what I've never heard until this moment, right, is this pink tide. Right, that's during my lifetime, and I've never heard of that. So you mentioned Haiti's strategic importance. That belt with those 4 countries. I've never heard that argument made. I always knew that the proximity to Florida is obviously one that needs to be controlled. And obviously, America never having a war on its borders, it's important that they have no one but allies in that belt. So that's why we have the Cuban Missile Crisis, et cetera. But tell me about this pink tide and how that plays into why the U.S. is so interested, because I can already hear so many people like, well, why would the U.S. care to mask and conceal its invasion of Haiti? What is Haiti that people should feel like the U.S. should even give a crap, right? Why is that important? Why is Haiti so, at the top of the foreign agenda for the United States?
Well, Haiti is in many ways linked at the hip with the Dominican Republic, which is where all the businesses that had been based in Cuba in 1959 after the Cuban Revolution, they fled there to the Dominican Republic. So anybody who's gone there has seen, the massive corporate presence of the U.S. in Dominican Republic. And if Haiti has a revolution, that's going to be a real influence on the Dominican Republic, because despite the indoctrination that all Dominican kids are given from birth, that Haitians are trying to invade us, and the racial indoctrination that they do as well, to try to tell them that the darker your skin, the worse it is. Nonetheless, in the Dominican Republic, there is a lot of not only revolutionary sentiment, but Haitians are everywhere. Anybody who's gone around the Dominican Republic can find that. If you go to Santiago, Santo Domingo, Santa Clara, Puerto Plata, all over the country, everybody who's got a shovel in his hand or a dust rag in their hand, or who are fixing something, it's usually Haitians. So they know that these countries are symbiotically linked, and they're very, very worried that the revolution, just like the old domino theory, will spread, from Dominican Republic and then Puerto Rico is not far behind. So they're having trouble everywhere. Add to this the fact that China is making huge inroads in Latin America. Many, many countries have signed up for the Belt and Road Initiative, where Chinese give capital, they give workers, they give expertise to build infrastructure. They've offered Haiti, this was in 2017, $4.7 billion to overhaul Port-au-Prince, redo all the roads, the electricity, the sanitation. Can you imagine? Now it would be even more. And they're very anxious to have Haiti, but Haiti is one of only 12 countries that recognize Taiwan as China, not the People's Republic of China. So all of this is to say that Haiti is extremely important for all these reasons. And to finish the point, just as Dessalines created the touchstone for the liberation of Latin America, just as Aristide created the touchstone for the pink tide, for us, the example that Jimmy Cherizier and the G9 are giving to Latin America and the world, because increasingly what we have are these megalopolises. You look at Mexico City, 21 billion people, Sao Paulo, 19 billion people, countries around the globe.
Million. I think you mean million, not billion.
Billion, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean billion, yes, million. Yeah, 21 million, 19 million. You have these huge cities because people have been driven off the land into these cities where they are living hand to mouth in an informal economy. So now you see the beginning of an organization happening where people armed are saying, we're going to throw off this system. We don't want this system. And the US sees this. They're way ahead of us on this. And that's one of the things we're trying to do, is to bring this understanding to people here, so they understand the game that the laboratory is playing and the importance of the movement that is happening at the base in Haiti. Because, to finish, say what you will, you can have all the meetings and conferences you want in salons and conference rooms at the university, or in conferences in the United States, but it's in the streets of Haiti that the future of Haiti will be determined. And that is why we feel this intervention, this invasion, has to be stopped for Haiti to make its own history and not have it decided by Washington, Ottawa, and Paris.
Very, very well said. Dan, can you play that video? And then Josue and Dara, you guys can jump in with your questions.
Indeed. Can you see it?
Yep.
See it?
Okay. Here we go.
No sound.
No sound?
No sound.
Okay, that's interesting. Then
You have sound on your end?
I have sound. We might have to find another way to do it.
When you go to share, make sure you click that button that says share sound before you click the screen. So unshare, and then you see it?
Yeah, I do. Good call. All right.
Yep.
All right, let's try that again.
A nation in turmoil, ravaged by empire, neighborhoods at war. The state on the brink of collapse. Revolution in the air. A man at the center of it all. To some, a villain.
Jimmy Cherizier alias Barbecue, li te vle guide nous non façon pour nous voler même javel.
He's a criminal. He's not revolutionary.
To others, a hero.
Faut mener à chercher manger pour manger.
He is a revolutionary leader.
C'est grâce à déporter avec monsieur Barbecue
Join us as we seek to uncover the truth about the uprising in Haiti today.
Attention. Wait, watch out. Come here.
They have to have a revolution. It's got to happen.
All right, well, it's no longer coming soon. It's been released. All three episodes have been published, which you can see at either on my Uncaptured Media's YouTube channel or on Haiti Liberté's YouTube channel. So the 3-part documentary, Another Vision Inside Haiti's Uprising.
And we hope to have the Creole version out within the next month and a half or so.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Dad, I know I sent you the videos and you watched all 3, man. What are your thoughts? What's on your mind?
Man, it was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. It definitely uncovered a lot of things that I would have never thought to imagine to be true. Or when I say that, it's not to be true. It's just things that you don't know that you uncover when you watch these 3 videos. I've always been, so one thing about me is I go based off sometimes body language. A lot of people may say I'm a juvenilist because there are certain things and characteristic traits that you can see in people that you can tell genuine from wolf in sheep's clothing. So that was my motto when I looked at Juvenile. Now, is anybody a clean person? No, especially when you're in politics in Haiti. It is rare to find a pure-blooded person in politics to actually have no blemishes. But at the same time, what blemish is leading towards a better future for Haiti? That was always my question. And when I looked at Jimmy Cherize, it's crazy because I have a project that I wanted to do with some of the leaders of Haiti, and Jimmy was one of my top picks. I just never knew, to be honest with you, it's like when he came out, it was more of for Haiti. It was never like, yo, these guys over there in Matissan, whatever the hell the place would be that probably had issues, we're gonna go kill them and do this and do that. It was more like, let's get together and put all the bullshit out, and then just, I don't know if I can cuss on here, but let's get together and put all the crap out and form something new. And I applaud that because it was never like, as you can see, the other gang leaders, quote unquote, their mission is just showing who's funding them if they're being backlashed against, or just straight, kill mode. Whereas he was more like, if and everybody knows Robin Hood, of course, that was one of my favorite books or movies. And sometimes you had to get your hand dirty a little bit to feed the masses, but the whole purpose was to look out for the people. So that's one reason why I kind of appreciate him out of all the characters in the realm of what's going on in Haiti right now. And when I saw the documentary, it's like, sometimes you can never really take what you hear direct. You know what I'm saying? There's always 2 sides to every story. And seeing that you guys were in the forefront and protected and taken care of, like, shows a lot, because I don't think in any other camps it would have been the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my take on it.
Great. Agreed. Josue, what's on your mind?
Yeah. Alors, moi, alors, ça crive, nous, dans phase nous, y là, si nous regardons l'histoire, nous, j'en nous te prend indépendance, j'en nous te mettez tête nous ensemble pour nous être capable de prendre. Je dis, et je pense nous, en panne de yon leader, yon moun que, nous te dit, ou pas jamais jeune tout le monde marche, mais majorité fait confiance. Population tellement prend coup, nous tellement habitués, nous tellement prend des gens qui font nous des promesses et puis qui pas kembe yo, qu'on a nous vu nous gens perdre tout le monde. Mais c'est ça qui fait que nous pouvons pas joindre un vrai leader qui pour mener, nous dit pour mener nous dans révolution en vrai. Parce que là m'a regardé documentaire là, alors bien entendu, moi et Jimmy Cherizier, li gen une double histoire pour moi. Il était capable de faire partie de moun ça, ou du moins se rentrer dans la ligne ça. Parce que j'aime qu'on dit, soit regarder côté Jimmy Soti, ou après lui-même tout lui c'est une victime. Victime de qui ça, par exemple? C'est après une intervention que la police a fait Kafoufei. Après, rapport sorti, il a été non parce que c'était là, les opération, il y a des policiers qui mourent, et puis dans l'opération, toujours des dommages collatéraux. Donc, non sorti comme monde qui victime, alors que c'est un monde qui est allé pour te sauver des gens. Donc, dans partie, ça, je dit c'est une victime. Ça l'a dit, c'est des bagages qui étaient capables d'allier des gens avec, qui étaient capables d'allier la population, qui étaient capables de rallier la population d'une jeune. Mais il arrive que parfois, il y a des côtés actions différents de ça l'a dit. Parce que ça crive, population li nan grand goût, population li soif de leader, li soif pour payer gain sécurité parce que nous sommes peuple qui pas besoin trop bagaille. Nous sommes peuple qui avec le peu que nous gagnons nous capable vivre. Donc quoi vrai moun nan li pas ka joindre travail et me li entre dans fait business li. Maintenant l'elle fait business li et que li pas à cause de insécurité, il pas qu'à sortir pour le vendre, il pas qu'à sortir pour aller chercher la ville. Par exemple, dans zone et plus gros et centre commercial pays, c'est quoi des Bossal, c'est en bas la ville là. L'el pas qu'à aller. Mais laisse ça et comme tu as dit, moun ça qui dit qu'il défend ni il pas défendre ni vrai parce que Jimmy c'est zone en bas la ville là, li gagne Genève, c'est Cité Soleil, c'est Babel, alors c'est Badelma, c'est donc zone côté masse populaire, tout petit machin, tout gros intellectuel autant de là, majorité là dedans yo gen maman yo k'ap vendre quoi des bossal. Maintenant les mamans pas qu'à vendre quoi des bossal encore à cause de nèg exam k'ap fait recette, k'ap prend l'argent dans main yo, bi k'ap tirer qui empêche yo aller. C'est là m'gen petit problème là. Discours Jimmy, li son discours qui paraît révolutionnaire, mais action yo, m'a dit lui même personnellement, mais l'on dit Genève, c'est lui même qui tête Genève, c'est lui même qui tête pensant de Genève, et mais moun qui fait partie des mêmes groupes avec yo empêcher une série de moun à chercher la vie yo, mais c'est là moi contradiction entre ça l'a dit yo et action qu'a posé yo. Donc, je pense que dans ce moment-là, nous, à la recherche de l'idéal pour nous sortir côté nous il faut que nous soyons capables de gagner, travailler ensemble pour nous joindre, comme si dégager une synergie pour nous joindre un leader. C'est ça nous gagnons là comme pigopan et Jean headline, Jean question te posée et pour nous capables de stopper l'invasion, pour nous capables de stopper toute intervention étrangère, mais il faut d'abord nous gagner des gens qui croient en Haïti, des gens qui mettaient toute force dans le travail, dans le gourmet pour Haïti. Le problème, c'est que la majorité leader, moun yo mette au pouvoir, c'est des moun qui gagnent des dossiers sous yo. Après, c'est communauté internationale, pour me dire les États-Unis d'Amérique, qui toujours choisi pour payer. Maintenant, si nous ne pouvons pas jouer, et même gens population ont fait avec Aristide, première version, côté que une grande partie, on t'a dit, population sortie, il dit ça, c'est mon bal là. Il choisit, il met. C'est là pour nous arriver. Tout en beaucoup jouer un leader ça, grand leader ça qui est capable de dégager et confiance, qui est capable d'inspirer confiance là. C'est problème non c'est n'a toujours été dans le même problème que nous aujourd'hui hein. Donc c'est et pour me tourner sur question de Jimmy hein, moi j'ai un petit problème avec discours et action Jimmy même.
Man,
I think
can I just recap real quick, Kim, before you respond?
Well, what I was going to say was, I think if you're going to recap everything for Dan, it's going to take quite a while, but I think in my response to Josue, Dan will get a sense of what the question or what Josue's. Essentially, Josue, Dan was saying that what Jimmy says and what he does in terms of treating areas he controls is not the same, in that many merchants are not allowed to come into, for example, Corabosal in La Saline. Josue, what we saw, par contre, est-ce que l'État mieux si me parler en créole, plutôt? C'est après les deux?
Non, on va mélanger, nous,
OK, mal yon ti kas en créole et yon ti parti en anglais pour Dan.
Kim, I fais one, parce que je ne parle pas le créole.
Ah, on parle créole comme ça, mon cher. OK. Non, ça nous constater nous-mêmes. Là, nous allons la saline. Il charge avec moi, oui. Pas de problème, pas de place dans le côté pour mettre moun. Ouais, pas que G9 là, et là ça c'est pas Jimmy précisément qui contrôle elle, parce qu'il faut comprendre G9 là pour commencer. G9 là c'est surtout une fédération. C'est pas comme si Jimmy contrôlait aucune autre zone à part de Delma en bas. Delma 2, 4, 6, oui, les mêmes, c'est plus ou moins les mêmes qui en charge dans la zone ça. Mais T Junior, avant de mourir, c'est les mêmes qui étaient gain contrôle la saline. Les mêmes gens Mikanor contrôlé Waf Jérémy, même gens tant que l'autre bagay. OK. So, les mêmes, ils pas passé l'ordre à personne. Au contraire, l'MT à l'en-bas, nous t'avons filmé avec T Junior. Jimmy dit, il faut demander, est-ce que c'est possible? Tout bagay, Jimmy est obligé à demander T Junior, est-ce que ça possible parce que nous avons fait ceci, cela? Monsieur dit oui. En fait, pour nous filmer, il dit non. Mais pour filmer dans la zone, il dit pas qu'il y a un problème. Pas qu'il aucune machin a un problème pour entrer dans la zone. Ouais, il n'a pas craponné personne. Nous visitons plusieurs fois. Nous tout machin est à l'aise, au contraire, il relève. Jimmy, bagay, tout le monde très content avec monsieur. Et en général, nous attention, pas du tout. Dans la zone, c'est sécurisé. Zone, sont zone qui est en paix. Sont zone qui réellement, on dit libéré de terreur des gangs. C'est-à-dire, ce n'est pas tant que l'autre zone, côté Mounio, yon ti gens à marcher en Pérez. Non, là, Mounio est à l'aise. Et ça, c'est yon. Mais deux, faut nous dire, dans le moment ça, il y a une sorte de la paix qui a gagné. Nous avons déjà Bel Air avec Ambadelma fait la paix. Nous avons Chris la fait la paix avec Ravine et Latrier. Nous Gabriel, dans la Cité Soleil, fait la paix avec Iska et Latrier. Alors, pour moi-même, l'idée, c'est ça. C'est pour suspendre Goumé entre nous. Mais puis, gros problème, pour moi-même, Josué, c'est motivation au gain. En général, au conseil de gang, la mort Saint-Jour, Iso, Tilapli, Vitellum, peut-être, bagay. Seul bagay qui est intéressé, c'est Cobb. C'est Cobb seulement, oui. C'est ça qui a besoin de faire Cobb pour gagner pouvoir, pour gagner contrôle. Non. Jimmy, avec l'équipe, Et pas dit yo tout à même niveau, non? Mais pour moi-même, Jimmy et probablement Iska, yo gon vision pour yo et c'est là que film a sorti. Yo l'autre vision, another vision pour Haïti, pour ça yo qu'a fait parce que yo voulait lever peuple yo, zone yo, arrondissement yo, pour faire un bagay qui en paix, qui gagne développement, qui gagne l'école, l'hôpital, sanitation et la trier. Alors, pour moi-même, ça pas veut dire, là, on a gourmet. Et il faut nous dire ça. Si tu as un problème dans quelques zones, nous voyons que Jimmy fait dans YouTube là pour demander pour réouvrir l'école. Daniel Fignolet, on sait de l'autre l'école. Parce qu'il y a la paix entre lui-même avec Bel Air qu'on y a. Alors, c'est là les besoins arrivés. C'est fait la paix parce que, foncièrement, et c'est la map finie, il y a une vision de classe. Et pour nous-mêmes, Haïti Liberté, et pour Dan tout, c'est une question de classe. Parce que, en fait, ce n'est pas un problème couleur peau, ou nationalité, ou sinon, on sait de l'autre qui, si ou femme ou garçon, c'est question de classe, de position de classe ou gagnant. Ou qu'a fait dans bourgeois, mais si vous venez frapper avec peuple là, dit peuple là pas censé vivre comme ça, ou sont amis, ou sont camarades, ou sont alliés. Alors pour moi-même, ça c'est le message de Michel ici. Pas dit qu'il n'a pas fait défaut et pas dit qu'il n'a pas réussi. Parce que quelquefois, Mounio a dit, qui j'en dit? Non, il y a dans une diagonale qu'on y a. Parce que le moment, il fait la paix avec certains gangs, il a dit, ah, ouais, ou c'est même bagaille avec eux. Mais son trêve, ce n'est pas en alliance précisément avec mon cap fait criminalité. Et pour moi-même, foncièrement, et pour nous-mêmes dans Haïti Liberté, nous avons un éditorial sur ça il y a 3 semaines qui dit la paix, oui, kidnapping, non. Peuple n'a pas voulu kidnapping. Ça, surtout, il n'a pas voulu well. Jimmy pas voulu well. G9 n'a pas voulu well. Mais si il fait la paix avec l'autre monsieur, ça veut dire GPEP, qui en général sont des gangs criminels, il faut essayer de mettre en place un bagage côté kidnapping, cas d'échec, extorsion, tout bagage, c'est fini. Alors, pour moi-même, ça, c'est un grand drame dans le moment ça. OK.
Very well said. Very well said. And Dan has to go soon, so I want to make sure I get a word in from Dan. Dan, I'm going to ask you to again repeat where people can donate, but then also I want to amazing things were said. I don't know how much of that you caught, but basically, as Joseph was saying, it's hard to trust leaders coming out of Haiti. The people have been duped and deceived so many times by people who say one thing and do the other. So it's hard to really put your trust behind one person. And with Jimmy's history having been worked for the police, but then being let go by the police, whether it was his fault or not, nobody knows for sure. It's hard to know like what his agenda is. And so there's the evidence of the things he's saying, his discourse, but sometimes, the actions don't add up. And so Kim was kind of clearing that up, by citing a specific commercial district within certain territory that the G9 controls. And you caught the rest of that. Okay, perfect. So basically, man, listen, the Bible says, strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Right. So, they thought by killing Christ, all the disciples would disappear. They can kill the movement. But that movement, obviously, 2,000 years later, is still alive and well. What is it about barbecue that I kind of transcends him? Because I mean, your documentaries put a lot of focus on barbecue and the work he's doing. But if something happens to him, I don't want the whole movement to stall again. So where is the hope of a movement that transcends one particular leader, and how can we help?
Well, that's part of the reason I think, Anton, that we are making this film, because the Haitian flag says "Union fait la force," right?
Come on,
strength,
right? Yes, sir.
And A lot of times people say, well, what did the founding fathers really mean by that? Did they mean between the peasant and the country, between the noir mulat, between the femme à garçon? You know, what did they mean? For us at Haiti Liberté, the essence is key, is that the masses of people, the masses of Haiti, they need the revolutionary intelligentsia. People like Josue, people like Black Dada, people like you. These are the people who have gone to school, they have their degree, they have connaissance, you connais un pile bagay. But they've been turned against the masses to be afraid of them, to see them as dangerous, to see them as questionable. They did it with Aristide too. Huh? And they've done this primarily with Cherizier, who, from everything that I have seen, is of good faith. The guy is not bluffing. You know, he's he could be making a lot of money. You know, from Boulos, from Meuse, from Brandt, from Accra, from whoever who would give him money because the guy. But he's not interested in money. You can see that. He is trying to uplift his people. And to me, this is very different than what you see with Izo, for example, you know, who's out there and he's got the girls and he's got the it's a whole different approach. It's a different vision. It's a different mentality. So to me, the union, pour faire la force, is if the revolutionary intelligentsia, the people, the pundits, who are talking all day long on YouTube, on the different channels, people like yourself, Josue, people like Luco Desir, people like whoever, they need to understand the importance of uniting with the masses, with the Jimmy Cherizier. Don't make him a job. Don't make him a pariah. Say, listen, we want to work with you. Let's see how we can work together. We want to guide you. Faut nous accompagner. Faut nous essayer aider nessa o besoin. And that is how, to me, the second great Haitian social revolution can be made.
I think that's an excellent point. Dan, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think every revolution has to have class traders. And you know, Barbecue is a figure who certainly, as Kim was saying, could benefit from his position, could play the game that exists in Haitian politics to enrich himself, to be wealthy and to live great. But he chooses not to. And you know, when you look at, I mean, all kinds of revolutions. I mean, you know, I think there's, at least from some, I don't know about in Haiti, but in the United States, in media, people are skeptical because, oh, he was a police officer and this kind of thing. And, you know, I mean, you can look at revolutionary figures throughout history.
Dessalines was a French general.
Precisely, exactly. So people who were part of another class and decided to become traitors to the masses, to the working class, to the revolutionary class.
To join the revolutionary class.
Right, exactly. To join the revolutionary class. And not only in Haiti. I mean, you can look at contemporary what's happened recently in Africa, in Burkina Faso. There was just a coup d'etat from military figures. The leading military figure was trained by the United States. And so what did he decide to do? Instead of benefiting from his connections to the elite class, he decided to lead a people's revolution and seize power and basically tell the United States, I'm not playing your game. So he used the weapons of the ruling class against it. And I think that is fundamentally the idea that Cherizier presents and puts forth. And so his idea, what he told us when the first time I interviewed him, Kim had already interviewed him at that point, but the first time that I went and spoke with Barbecue along with Kim, he told us that the bourgeoisie gives us guns to fight each other. It gives us these high power rifles that are worth so much money to fight each other, to keep their game going, to keep enriching themselves. So why do we do that? Why do we continue to fight each other? And that's been consistently his message. And so I think that's what we really have to understand is that the more that we educated people, whether Haitians in diaspora who have access to to all kinds of things that the people in the slums do not, can bring something to advance a revolutionary struggle that maybe is not accessible to people who are selling in informal markets in Quarre Bosal or this kind of thing.
Amen. Listen, man, where can people again donate, and where can they stay up to date with your movements and everything you're doing in Haiti?
Well, you can find my work at uncaptured.media. Just put that in your browser. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm very active there. Twitter at DanCohen3000. And you can join my Substack. You can follow me on YouTube, Uncaptured's YouTube. You can support through Patreon. You can support through Buy Me a Coffee, whether that's a one-time thing or you want to do it consistently, or if you want to contact me directly, then everything is appreciated. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And do you want to disclose the amount you're trying to raise in case somebody might be motivated to pay the whole thing?
Well, for our reporting trip, we're trying to come up with $5,000. So, anything anyone can put towards that is very much appreciated, and going towards what we really believe is an important cause that we're not doing for financial benefit, but purely for ideological reasons, because we believe in the cause of the people.
So Kim alluded to I guess the angle you're coming with this time around. You've done the expose on who Jimmy is and the misinformation surrounding his character, but I guess this time you're going to report on something a little different. You want to elaborate on that?
Well, right now the Kenyan reconnaissance mission that's being led around Port-au-Prince and meeting with Ariel Henry and meeting with Franz Elbe, and planning how this invasion is going to be carried out if the UN Security Council should indeed approve it. That is going on at this very moment. That's great. So we'll be basically going right after them to basically see what the situation is in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince at this moment. What do the people think? What is the situation in the slums? In the popular neighborhoods. We're going to speak to as many leaders as possible. We're going to speak to as many people in the street as possible, and really get a sense of what Haiti looks like right now, and what people are thinking, because and what the political situation is, because there's frankly no honest reporting. All of the mainstream corporate media that goes to Haiti is all in bed with the US government. So and the intelligence agencies. So all of it goes in with a predetermined narrative. All of these journalists parachute in with a predetermined narrative that is dedicated to advancing the cause of the invasion. And so, they'll go and interview Barbecue and say, this is the most dangerous, this is the most powerful gangster in Haiti. And the subtext, the implication is, this is the guy that the Kenyans or the United States or the Haitian National Police need to take out. Yet he's the only one they'll interview. They will never go and interview Izo or Tilapli or any the 400 Maus, any of these real criminal gangs. They'll never interview them for obvious reasons, because it's dangerous. You'll get kidnapped or killed, or something terrible will happen to you. Well, they know they can interview Barbecue every time, which says a lot about the character of Barbecue and about the media. So we believe, and what we strive to do is be the resistance of the media, to actually show you the truth. about what's going on in Haiti and why this invasion is not wanted by the Haitian people, will not benefit the Haitian people, and why a solution to the ills of Haiti are why the actual gangs, the criminal networks that do exist, are a symptom of the political system that has been imposed on Haiti by the outside, the very same system that wants to impose the solution for the problem that it created.
Man, listen, that's excellent. I want to kind of put that into my own words real quick. So essentially, what's happening, if I understand you correctly, is the UN assembly is about to take place. And the US does not want to be the direct actor of anything happening in Haiti because they realize that's bad optics. They'll never get popular support for it. And
it's the UN Security Council. So the biggest countries, the most powerful countries essentially at the UN that determine the critical decisions about use of force.
Right. So the top countries, UN Security Council, got you. And so they're sending in Kenyans, right? Guys, I want you to hear this. Whoever's watching this, understand they're sending in Kenyans, people who look like us, right? Because by sending in Kenyans, I guess they're hoping that it doesn't arouse the same type of suspicion and anger and resistance amongst the people as if, it were a white country who were doing reconnaissance, right? So they're hoping that people will be open and receptive to the Kenyans, let them in, take their pictures. But in reality, the Kenyans are going there essentially to do a reconnaissance, a fact-finding mission to basically then report back to the UN Security Council and let them know whether or not to invade Haiti or essentially how to invade Haiti, depending on what angle you're coming from. So either one of those things is putting the future of Haiti in the hands of these Kenyans that are being handpicked by the UN, by the US, whoever, to go in there and do this reporting. And now the networks, the reporters who are going there to report on all this stuff, they're going in with a slant. They're all going in there, basically part and parcel. Every single one of them is going there with the agenda, with the narrative already in place, and they're trying to drum up support, kind of like weapons of mass destruction. We've been through this thing before, right? They say something's going on, Desert Storm, whatever it is, and it's really not going on. It just need a pretext. And so what's happening is Dan and Kim are not only risking their lives, they're risking their journalistic reputations. They're going against the machine. They are the resistance in a way, and they're asking you, even if you haven't made up your mind yet, right, on what side of the story you identify with or that you accept, at least two sides to a story gives you a better chance at arriving at the truth, which is usually somewhere in the middle. So if you want to have an unbiased outlet reporting on what's going on over there, we need guys like Kim and Dan over there to share their perspective and to interview the people who are not being interviewed by everybody else and let the facts speak for themselves. So if you find it within your heart to donate, again, you can do that on Venmo. The links will be in the description by the time this video is edited and posted. The Venmo, buy me a coffee, PayPal, Patreon, all those great things. You've heard all the Twitter handles, all the ways you can keep in touch and support this movement. Guys, we gotta go. I don't know, Josue, Davidson, do you guys want any last words?
Bon, alors, last word, c'est que moi, je me dis au début, et moi, très content, et tout ça qu'a fait pour capable changer, pour joindre pour nous joindre Haïti que nous voulons, parce que quelque part, objectif premier, ou même qui c'est initiateur là, et Dan, et puis Kim, Black Dada, donc malgré Kim et Dan, c'est des professionnels, des journalistes qui pas de nationalité haïtienne, mais ouais, intéressés avec ça qui a passé en Haïti. Donc, ça, c'est, je pense, son message lié tout pour tout le monde qui a regardé là, tout le monde qui va regarder, tout haïtien, et bien capable de dire, bon, si des étrangers capables d'intéressés avec ça qu'a fait dans le pays, capable d'intéressés avec et éclairer, pour aider ouais moun aider et que plus moun ouais et vérité et vraie version du moins pour nous capable joindre Haïti nous voulons et ben pour qui ça nous mêmes qui c'est petit pays nous continuer à chirépite nous continuer à goumer une l'autre nous pour qu'on ouais nécessité pour nous mettre Haïti en premier. Alors, je dis nous gagnons avec Kim là, mais il y a un pilote étranger qui gagne même l'amour ça pour Haïti tout. Donc, ça fait, on a parlé, il faut que nous retirer bloc et xénophobie, alors, xénophobie là, nous, c'est pas tout étranger qui parle ouais haïtien, c'est pas tout étranger qui parle ouais Haïti. Donc, je pense que c'est nécessaire moment arrivé pour nous capables et mettre ego nous de côté pour nous capables travailler au profit d'Haïti pour nous capables et joindre Haïti nous voulons. Donc c'est ensemble de documents ça et de documentaires ça qu'a fait et objectif premier c'est toucher conscience pour nous capable toucher conscience haïtien pour nous capable joindre et Haïti nous voulons. Pourquoi pas goumer pour une autre révolution pour nous capable libérer nous de chaînes ça qui pas dans pied nous encore mais qui style dans l'esprit nous parce que les gens sont avec expliquer là c'est très malin lorsque ou pas ouais yo pas prendre un pays blanc yo prend un pays noir pour venir pour capable ouais ensemble avoir donc c'est pendant impérialiste yo même y a réfléchi pour joindre des moyens pour qu'il y ait en esclavage ou même tout et faut qu'on capable et réfléchir pour capable mettre des moyens joindre des moyens pour retirer corps dans esclavage là esclavage pas veut dire seulement là ouais qu'on a battu mettre chaîne dans pied là mais Jean il est là on pas qu'à décider pour contour on pas qu'à décider qui est sauvé qui pour lead et qui pour diriger ça pire que l'esclavage. Donc, moi, c'est le moment arrivé pour nous capables d'apprendre et mettre Haïti en premier. Vraiment, je suis content là, je suis content et partager ce moment ça avec.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you're here with us too. Dada, Kim, you're gonna have the final word. Go ahead, Dada.
Yeah, well, I mean, real quick, I know Kim is has to go. Basically, what I'm gonna say is, listen, information is key. You never know until you know. Of course, I believe in everything that propels Haiti into a positive direction, and we definitely need the help of the diaspora to actually help with that, to fuel that. And I appreciate the like-minded people of all nations and all color who feel the same way and want to help Haiti and that as well. Hence, one of the reasons why I'm really one of those people. I appreciate revolution, but there has to be a system set in place to stop revolution in Haiti, because that's what tears us down, and we need to start using the root word of revolution, which is evolving, and we need to start evolving with Haiti. So it takes missions like these where brave people who are not even Haitian descent to actually go out to the country and do what they do into seeking the truth and relaying the truth as much as they can. And, to the best that they can and risking their lives. So I commend you guys for doing that, and I appreciate it. Regardless if there's a lot of information out there that I'm very questionable about, because, I'm not there in the country, like, in physical appearance to know exactly what it is going on. And there's always, like I said, strings hanging over a lot of people in Haiti, regardless if it's Jimmy for the purpose of something. Everybody has a purpose down there, but which purpose leads to the evolution of Haiti? That's what I fight for, and I appreciate the documentary. It's very insightful, and hopefully we can get you guys to actually be part of Point Rouge. So and on Josue's show to actually chime in more on this documentary.
Yeah, Dada, plug your stuff and Josue's stuff real quick too.
Okay, and you guys can find me at the Black Dada, TheBlackDada. I also have a IG page that I just started. It's called Evo H, meaning Evolution Haiti. You guys can find it on there as well. And I'm all for the empowerment of Haiti and bringing us to a different light. So appreciate you guys for whatever you guys do, Dan and Kim.
Yeah, man. We mentioned rescuing lives a bunch of times. I actually asked Dan if I can go with him, and he was like, "No, we can't get."
Yeah.
So it's really not it's not light work they're doing over there. They're really working hard. And truth be told, if anybody actually comes across this video on YouTube, more than likely it's because Black Dada decided to give his time to be here and to lend his name and his online presence to this. So with all your thousands of followers, man, we appreciate you for being here as well. But Kim, last word is on you, man. You've been doing this longer than me and Dan have been alive. So
Yes.
please, man, talk to us.
Okay, well, yes, we look forward to joining you, Black Dada and Josue on Point Rouge. It would be a great honor. And yes, revolutions are terrible things, but it was actually a great revolutionary, Leon Trotsky, who said, I'm not a Trotskyist, but he said, people think that humans are revolutionary. They're not. People are basically very conservative. People just want to do their job, go home, raise their kids, have a beer, watch television, relax and do the next thing and live their life. They don't want that. But what we do is we put on blinders. We blind ourselves like the monkeys: see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. And we think it will go away, but it doesn't go away. Things get worse and they get worse and they get worse until it arrives at a point where the only thing you can do is a revolution. But revolutions, you have to think, the Haitians they cherish their revolution. Here in America, they cherish their revolution, which was a very bloody mess. And even our Civil War, we didn't have other countries coming to say, oh, we're going to come in, those Americans are fighting, they don't know what they want. We fought our Civil War. We celebrate it. We celebrate Abraham Lincoln, who was hated by half the country. So sometimes struggle is good. It brings the country to a higher place and it unites the people. And to me, Haitians, above all, they started it in this hemisphere. That was the first revolution. The American Revolution was basically just one group of the English ruling class, the slave owners, taking power from the ones over in England who were thinking of ending slavery.
Yeah.
That's why Gerald Horne wrote the book, The Counter-Revolution of 1776, the first real revolution where the masses at the base, the workers, were victorious. That was in Haiti. And so to me, the Haitian Revolution, the first one, was one of the greatest in all history. It stands with the Russian, the Chinese, the Cuban, and the French revolutions. And to me, the second Haitian social revolution, where the property of the country, where the wealth of the country passes to the masses, that will be even greater.
Well said. Well said. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to moderate and host this conversation, guys. I'm inspired. I'm going to go Google Pink Tide and learn some more about that. And Aristide as well. I've always been told that Aristide was a bad guy. This is the first time I hear him as a hero.
That's the laboratory.
Yeah. That's the laboratory. Exactly, man. So I definitely want to, see if you can maybe recommend some books. Actually, yeah. Can you recommend a book or two?
Damming the Flood. Damming the Flood.
Damming the Flood. Okay, this is about the history of Haiti. Okay, perfect.
No, that's about the history of Haiti, but it's about the coup in 2004.
Okay, perfect. I'll check it out. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Dan, you can go now, man. I know you got to go to your family. Thank you so much for being here, Josue. Dada, I appreciate you guys.
Okay.
Again, everybody watching this, support. All right, contribute what you can. You got it. Good night. All right.